I'd love to understand better why I leave all my jobs and what I can realistically do about it. This is a great one. The reasons I have for leaving are colleague or manager aggression, boredom, and not enough hours or pay to live even frugally, which, is another thing, right? The disproportionate rates of underemployment, which therefore means, underpay as well. This is a great question.
I think, it's going to be really multifaceted, and it's also going to be unique to the individual in terms of why the jobs are being left. But in terms of the systemic factors that are going to be influencing a lot of people, that neurotypical culture in the workplace is going to be a big one. And this creates kind of a cycle, because what happens is you'll get hired. And oftentimes we have this when we bring in a group that is underrepresented in a workplace, right? We may have a diversity-based hiring initiative, or we may seek to diversify our workforce and bring in a new hire, but then we see them as someone who needs to fit in, not as a cultural add like we just spoke of. And what can happen is this group is then treated differently. So step one, we bring in a new group who's underrepresented in the current workplace. In this case, autistic people. Step two is that the autistic person is treated differently. And this can look like we just talked about. You're getting a different workflow. You're getting excluded from opportunities. You're not getting brought along to meetings because people assume you won't be able to handle the politics of the meeting. There's all sorts of unconscious biases that result in that individual being treated differently. Step three of that cycle is the individual will then start to raise concerns. I'm not being treated like my peers, and I'm feeling uncomfortable with the way that I'm being treated or spoken to. Oftentimes, there's a lot of very direct ableism happening in these cases. Just to share some direct quotes, we won't put you on stakeholder management. We know autistic people don't like making phone calls. Things like this, where we assume that we're helping by excluding someone. And I want to be really clear for any allies watching, exclusion is never the answer to inclusion. It seems obvious, and it seems like something we shouldn't have to say, but it's not obvious enough. Exclusion is never the answer to inclusion. You are not including someone by leaving them out on the basis that you don't think they're capable. So often what will happen is the autistic person experiences ableism, team dynamic becomes tense, they raise concerns about this, and then it's flipped back on them. Maybe you misread my tone. Maybe you didn't understand me correctly. Oh, I'm an ally. I would never mean to say anything hurtful to you. And allyship then gets weaponized against a neurodivergent person because neurotypical privilege is believed. And neurotypical people are believed. They're seen as honest, and you're seen as deceitful.